Welcome to Speaking Of. I'm Jared.
And I'm Kate.
So
on the way over here...
Oh, we're gonna...
Yes, we had a couple of moments that I feel bad that you guys missed out on.
It's really sad. We gotta take a camera around all the time.
I know. We had a...
We should, and then we should pitch a reality series. I mean, seriously.
Oh, dear.
Can you imagine? We'd
I'm
be
afraid
great.
I can.
If people were watching those Kardashians, certainly they'll watch
Beverly
us.
will watch.
She would. Anyway, sorry, continue.
Anyway, so on the way over here, we had a... I can't remember what our first Speaking Of moment was. But then we had a Speaking Of Ugly. I mean, who doesn't want to be part of that conversation? Because it was hilarious.
Speaking of ugly.
We're nice people.
Yeah, we're nice people, alright. I wish we could tell the story of why we're not nice people, but should either one of us ever decide to run for office
because that's like
or get another job, it would all be incriminating. But I tell you what, there was a moment at the movie theater last night. Hilarious. Anyway, speaking of the movie theater, you're forgetting the
Congratulations to Seth Davis,
yes!
who came to the movie and collected his prize.
He did.
Dashing young man he is.
He was a handsome, good-looking fellow.
We failed to take pictures.
It's because we were so caught up in the moment.
I know, it's true. It's true. And it was dark in there besides. He kind of snuck up on us. And then after the movie was over,
he's like, I had my prize, I'm gone.
Yeah, you know what? I think he might have been afraid to be seen in public with us.
Well, there's that. Did you notice they didn't turn the house lights off last night?
Yeah, what was that about?
I didn't notice until it was like way too late after the fact. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't care for that. Actually, maybe it was better because it was kind of a scary movie. I didn't remember it very well because I hadn't seen it since I was a kid.
And she's yelling at me for giving parts away.
I know.
I thought she knew, and I'm like, now this is coming.
He's spoilering it. I don't like spoilers.
I watched a lot.
You know I'm still mad at Candy Gold. Speaking of spoilers.
Go for it.
Beverly and I were just talking about this the other day. It's okay, she'll never watch this.
She never does. In fact, she was supposed to be here today.
No, I'm talking about Candy Gold.
Oh, Candy Gold?
Beverly will watch this.
Beverly watches?
She does.
Yay! She's one of the 10. Anyway, continue.
Does she only count as a 0.5 if they think she's imaginary?
Depends on how much effort she puts into using the mouse.
Anyway.
Oh.
It's high school. You know, you have to read the books, right? And you have to do the...
Picture it. Sicily.
The setting. High school.
High school.
Band competition. I know you can't think of it. We're sitting in the auditorium. We're waiting our turn. We're filling out our you remember this story, I'm sure.
I don't know that I remember it, but I was thinking it'd be really cool to go back and shoot from the auditorium.
We should.
As a flashback or something. Anyway, continue.
Anyway.
So I'm filling
out my worksheet on the book, right? And I'm actually into this book. It was one of the few that I was actually into.
Do you remember?
It was a separate piece. I do remember.
I don't remember what that book was about, but I remember I liked it.
It's a good book. So if you haven't read it, I'm going to spoiler it.
Spoiler it now.
Yeah, spoiler
Maybe I'll refresh
alert.
my memory.
So I'm reading the book. The kid is injured again. He's in the infirmary. It's not looking good. Now,
this is the book that I always thought should be called A Separate Pieces because he was always...
Because he kept falling down.
Anyway.
Well, so before that, of course, she kept, have you gotten to this part yet? Have you answered this question yet? What did you get for this answer? Blah, 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 just bugging me, right? So I'm upset because this character is not doing well and I liked him. And she leans over and says, have you gotten to the part where he dies yet? She's lucky to be alive, is all I'm saying.
And you're still friends with her?
No, I'm not friends with her.
Oh, I was going to say, you're going to get on the Facebook right now.
Oh, no.
And unfriend her.
We're not friends. In fact, I got made fun of because several years ago at work, we saw that she was on a new hire list. And our friend that works with us that also went to the same school, she and I were like, oh, her? And I was telling my supervisor, let me tell you about Candy Gold.
Which just goes to show you really can't escape high school. It all comes back to high school.
I never had to actually see her, thankfully, because I would have said, have you gotten to the part where you die yet? Just kidding, I wouldn't have said that, nor would I have said it in that tone.
Speaking of death.
It becomes her.
No, speaking of death, which made me think of Gremlins again, which made me think of the
Gremlins!
story
Bright
that
light,
I
bright
almost
light!
told you
Oh, yeah.
like 3 times on the commute out here. So, it was my job this week to provide the prize for our little activity. Mm-hmm. And so I'm in the toy store, and at first when I got there...
And for those of you who missed out on this prize, the little gremlin came with his own bucket of popcorn.
It was pretty cool.
But
It was
whatever,
pretty cool.
you don't get to have it. Seth Davis does.
Yeah, Seth. Anyway... So I'm at the toy store, and I had originally seen it, and for whatever reason, I didn't pick it up that day.
Right.
Because I didn't get your text until, like, after I had left, and you're
Right.
like... So I had to go back to get it. Well, it wasn't immediately seen.
Ooh, this
And
story
there were a
is so
bunch of other...
suspenseful.
Yeah, that's it. Suspenseful.
Oh, they should make those smaller.
We need to dole them out to you in shots. I mean, sorry. Anyway.
I'm good.
We don't have shot glasses here. No. So I'm going through the toys looking for it, and I have to, like, move them, and I'm, you know, putting other figures to the side, because I can see where it is, but of course
I'm sorry,
it's
I
in the
just
effing
think
back.
it's funny that we're talking about shot glasses at the same time we're talking about toys.
Because who wouldn't?
Oh, speaking of toys, carry on.
All
Write
right,
it down.
write it down. We'll come back to it. So, I finally get our little gremlin, and
it was
I'm
in the
putting
back.
them because it was in the back.
Sorry, I keep interrupting
And
you.
I noticed that there's this gentleman that is like hovering near me.
Was it Seth Davis?
It was not Seth Davis. He would have been like, "I can,
That's mine.
It's mine. Give it to me now, bald man." No, it was a collector.
Oh. Had he hidden it there?
I don't know, but he
Oh.
had been watching me long enough. And this creeps me out, because usually I have a pretty good instinct of when I'm being stared down, and this guy had no clue. He could have murdered me.
He probably wasn't looking at you. He had his eyes on the
Oh,
prize.
well, so this is what he's like. You know that card has a crease in it, don't you?
You don't want that one, Seth.
And I look down, and sure enough,
Wow.
it had a crease. And I'm like, oh, that's okay, you know, it's a gift or whatever. And he's like, well, I wouldn't want it as a gift with a crease.
That's why you have no friends, sir.
And so I'm like, oh, well, it was nice talking to you. And I kind of just excuse myself. And it was like, as soon as I left, he was on it. Like, that whole display, it was crazy.
That's probably how the one you got a crease
Got
in
a
it.
crease. Well, and usually the collectors are better, because I'm not going to lie. I have a good 100-something Star Wars action figures.
He has plenty of action
I have
figures.
plenty of them. That I, too, used to look for the creases, so I knew what he was talking about, but I was more afraid that he'd been staring at me that long. And in my space.
I was going to say he was looking at the gremlin, but that doesn't really clarify things. I'm on fire!
You are! All right.
Speaking of toys.
I was going to say, tell your Toy Story, because we got to wrap up.
Toy Story.
Who's on fire? This guy.
Okay, I'm going to tell the Toy Story, and then you're going to tell your other story that you have to tell.
I don't have another... Oh.
Yes, you do.
But we'll run long.
It's fine. They can
Producer
handle
has a dinner party. Oh,
it. This is the dinner party.
we don't know if there's a now at the dinner party or if he's trying to get out of something. Whatever it is, he's on the other side.
That makes us accomplices.
Oh no, and we've documented it. Okay, tell your Toy Story.
Anyway.
Does it have Woody and
Toy
Buzz?
Story. No. So, Hubs and I are at the store.
Oh, Hubs.
And we come around the corner.
Speaking of Hubs. Just kidding, go ahead.
Oh my. Speaking of Hubs.
He got vibrated.
Yeah, oh my. He just messaged me. Anyway, we come around the corner of the grocery store, and these 3 kids, no lie, are running up the aisle playing with plastic bags. Like they're toys. Like they're balloons. And we walked past, we looked at them, and then I said, that is not a toy.
Well, what's amusing to me about this story, especially in the grocery store, you say, they're usually playing with the cheap toys that are down the toy aisle.
Yeah. No, they were full on playing with plastic bags.
So the
and I was
back-
like, they clearly haven't seen the little picture on the back with the crying baby. I mean, to be fair, it wasn't at the bottom of a crib, but still, I don't know why they put that on there. Who does that? Who lines their crib with plastic bags?
Poor
Who?
people.
Why?
I don't know. All right, so speaking
Anyway.
of running, this actually segues into the story that you wanted me to tell. Since we're running over and we don't care about the dinner party
Speaking
anymore.
of run over, got a story about producer. One of these days. Anyway.
So I was directed by my parents to share this on the show.
I feel like we're having a vicarious
So-
true confessions.
Sort of. And I'll withhold names, but I am going to say that this was my brother-in-law. So,
See, I can't. Well, I guess I can now.
my
See, I can't say that because I only had one, but now I have two.
so
So you'd have
you're good
choices.
to go. So my brother-in-law and my sister were staying with their parents. And behind his parents' house, his sister has moved in, and they're sharing yard space.
So they're building a commune.
Basically,
All right, carry on.
I stopped myself. Just so you know, sometimes you have to censor. So no yard has been put in.
Of course.
No fence has been put in.
Of course.
It's the 4th of July.
Okay.
Important to this story. So the lights are off in the house that my brother-in-law's in, his parents' house, and he sees his sister
Across the way.
across the way looking. She's got her sliding door open and she's looking at the fireworks and what have you, and it's dark, keep in mind. So my brother-in-law decides that wouldn't
no.
it be funny
I
if
think it would.
if I took these glasses that he'd gotten my nieces that light up, and I go up and I just scare her, just stand straight up and just scare her to death.
I like this.
I like this story too. So I don't even know if it's that funny, but it made me laugh.
I want to do this.
He decides that he's gonna do it. He's gonna execute it. So he's running along the back field. And he's running, he's being all stealthy, only to fall into a pit.
Did he have to get rescued?
So
Help! I'm over here!
his sister's family was getting ready to put in the trampoline. And he totally forgot about the pit. So the way I've heard it is he's so embarrassed that he messed up his knee pretty good. I'm sorry, it's not funny.
She didn't hear the wolf!
No! So
Because you know there was a noise
he
made.
crawls back to the house.
He crawled.
And my sister's telling this story. And she's like, it's not funny. Well, it kind of is.
Oh, it's funny. It's funny. Even if he'd broken his leg, it's
so
funny.
his knee's so bad that work sent him home. And my sister's trying to say, you need to go to the doctor. And my theory is he's
doesn't wanna have
afraid
to
to go because
say.
he doesn't want to have to tell how it happened.
All he has to do
Oh.
is say, I fell. Or if he wants...
Into a pit! It would have been better if it had snakes! It was all Indiana Jones! Oh, wow. I don't know if it's the caffeine or the story was really that funny. Leave your comments below.
I think it's a great story. And now I don't want to reenact it anymore. But it would be funny to put some snakes in that pit.
Even if they're just rubber.
The toy snakes, yes,
Yeah,
of course.
exactly.
Of course.
Oh, wow.
That was great.
Yeah, I'm glad we went over just for that story.
Good times. I can just see it now. Whoa! Slow motion. She had to have heard the noise.
I think after the viewing of this video, I'm going to be set straight, so I'll
He's
get
going to
you
hear the
whole-
real version
Yeah, I'm
of
gonna
the
hear
story.
the version. All right. Oh, see, I'm still
Okay.
tired. All right, I'm Jared.
I'm on fire.
You are. We'll see you next time.
Bye.